What are you seeing between the southeastern Massachusetts market and the Bristol, Rhode Island area markets?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And if you look at the markets, starting at 2019, right? If you go look at those times, we've had this inventory issue in the Bristol County during that time. Now, the main difference I would say that you see in the southern Massachusetts of the Bristol County versus Bristol County in Rhode Island is obviously the average price point, right? So that's the main difference. But if you look at last year and this year, another very important thing that has happened is the average price point increase by percentage, right? Everywhere in the country, obviously houses are increasing, the average price point is increasing. But if you look in Bristol County and some certain towns there, I mean, there's increases there over 20%, 30% year over year. If you look at, for example, East Providence, Bristol, Warren, there's properties are increasing by 25, 35, and 40% year over year on the average sales point, right? So it's all of a sudden, people realized how beautiful it is down there in Bristol and Warren. So really everybody wants to move down there. And, obviously the lack of inventory has caused that issue. And now prices just keep going up and up. For example, if you look at Providence, East Providence, Warwick, Cranston, most neighborhoods in these towns are first to second home buyers there. And then people who are trying to buy their home for the next 10 or 20 years, they usually are looking for towns like Seekonk, Rehoboth, Swansea, Somerset, for a couple of reasons, right? One, school systems are really, really good in those towns. Yeah. So if you were to compare the school systems with a school system in Seekonk and in Swansea versus the really good school systems in Rhode Island, like Barrington or East Greenwich, now I don't know exactly where they are, but they would be competing. They're up there. But the difference is what you would be paying in taxes in the exchange for the school system in Barrington or East Greenwich is way higher. So for example, if you buy a property that is, let's say, $500,000 in East Greenwich, I mean, your taxes are, and you cover more of that area, so your taxes are probably somewhere between $9,000 and $13,000 or even higher. Yes. When you buy something in Seekonk or Somerset or even Rehoboth, your taxes are between $6,000 and $8,000. Yep. So that's making a huge difference.
So Albert, where do you see things going over the next, let's say, over the next couple of years, next 2 years? Where do you see this market going?
What I tell most buyers, I'm like, if you have to buy a house in the next year and a half or so, I would tell you do it right now.
Yeah.
Why I'm saying that is because prices are only going to continue to go up. There's no indication that this stops, especially with all of the buyer benefits that are out there. Like now they're talking about giving buyers $25,000 as a down payment assistance, right? So it's like a bill, and it's not approved yet, but like things like that are only going to contribute to these ridiculous, high prices that we see on the market. And the high prices are being caused because there's no inventory. There's enough buyers out there and there's no inventory. So it's impossible for this to crash. And a lot of people, I feel, are waiting for that. And I think what happens is they're going to wait for this for another year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, and they're going to realize, oh my God, I can't put my life on hold. So I'm going to have to buy now 3 years later. I could have bought now. And the difference is going to be a 10, 15% difference that they could have saved.